Welcome back to talk about first steps of the First Link Learning Series. We have Education and Support Coordinator Sean McFadden from the Alzheimer's Society of Lanark Leeds Grenville. So, as well as we're going to be talking about a golf fundraiser that's coming up. So let's start with the First Links Learning Series. What is the First Link Learning Series, Sean?
Well, it's one of the Alzheimer Society, one of our biggest education series that we roll out.
Yes.
This particular one's called First Steps, so it's what we call the first module, and there's 3 modules that follow afterwards.
Okay.
So we're starting right at the beginning with this one, First Steps, and it's the early days of living with a dementia. So if I was a caregiver and my wife was just diagnosed, that would be the early days. And this information that we're going to be covering will be very useful to them.
So these are the individuals that have just been diagnosed and have heard that unfortunately their loved one has Alzheimer's, and this is beneficial to them because they can learn.
Absolutely. Very few people head into this territory knowing all about it.
Yes.
Right? So
yes.
They need to learn.
Yes.
And this is the very beginning of the learning.
Okay.
As we go through the different modules, we get deeper and farther along in dementia. So if I was in the early days of helping my loved one with dementia, Module 4 wouldn't be much use to me because that's late on stuff.
Right.
That we'll talk about. But this one is great for anybody to jump into.
Okay, so when does this one start?
Well, it's going to start on July 2nd.
All right.
And it runs for 4 consecutive weeks. All Tuesdays.
All Tuesdays. What time?
It's 10 to 11:30, except for the very last session. I had to have it in the afternoon, so that'll be 1 to 2:30.
1 to 2:30. Okay. So is this in person or Zoom?
It's both.
Oh, good.
So if somebody's interested in getting involved, they could reach out. They can get the poster. On the poster, there's a link. Mm-hmm. So if they're getting it through email, they just click on the link and it takes them to a registration page, and they get all the information that they need for the Zoom Connect on the day.
Okay.
If they want to come and sit in the room while we're doing it, then they just have to reach out to me and I'll add them to the list.
Now, is this right at the Alzheimer's here in Brockville, right at their office?
Yes, it is.
It is. Okay. Alrighty. And so, telephone number for people to sign up or email, please?
Yes, telephone number is 1-866
yes
576
yes
8556.
Okay, or email?
And email would be my email, so
yes.
it's smcfadden@alzllg.ca.
Perfect. You're right, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, so what are some of the titles that you're going to be covering in July? What is the first one?
Well, the first one's called What is Dementia? So
okay.
A great place to start because that's a huge question that people have. What does this mean?
Yes.
And there's some confusion around the word dementia, so we'll clear that up. The next week we're talking about what are the changes that are going on in the brain. So we kind of know what it is from the first week. Now we're learning about what the changes are that your loved one's dealing with.
Right.
Then we move into planning ahead. So that's powers of attorney, legal stuff, financial planning, things that we need to think about. And a lot of it actually is just what everybody needs to think about as we go through life. We just want to make sure it's done.
True, true.
And the last week, the 23rd, is building a circle of support. Nobody gets into this area by their own willingness. So when they get into it, they can sometimes feel alone, not know what to do.
Yes.
We do need that circle of support around us. So it's family, friends, and then into healthcare. Anybody that can support these folks on this journey. We'll discuss.
And you are talking about both the caregiver as well as the person that has the dementia, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Now this particular first module is open for both. So you might have the caregiver and you might have the person that was recently diagnosed.
All right.
No problem there.
Yes. So for the remaining ones, are you indicating that for July 9th, 16th, and 23rd, that it's basically for the caregiver as opposed to both?
No, the person with the
Dementia,
diagnosis
yes.
can do the whole series.
Oh, okay. I want to make sure that I understood.
Yeah.
And
Not everybody's going to be interested in it, but you will find people that want to learn and help themselves.
yes,
So
of course.
Good place to start.
Yes, exactly. So for this particular the series,
Yeah.
these modules for the first links learning series, you'll be following up in the next month, meaning like either August, September, or October, with another.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's what we do. We go in order. So this is
All
the
right.
first one. We'll do the second one as soon as time allows.
Yes.
Probably a break in between for a little bit, but then after that, the third and the fourth.
Okay. Sean, for people, I'm thinking about people that are listening to this, and they perhaps are not on your radar yet. And that's quite possible, is it not?
Oh, very much.
Okay, so they really should be contacting you about this. It's not necessarily you that will be reaching out to them, because you wouldn't even know that they exist.
Correct.
All right, so if you do have a loved one that does have dementia, please reach out to Sean, because it's scary. I mean, it would be for me too, and I would welcome
Yes.
this learning.
The people that tap into this, we don't just do the education, then we're done and they're gone.
No.
They can certainly do that, but
Yeah.
now that we know they're out there, they're welcome to take part in our other programs and
Yes.
services from now to whenever.
Yes, and that's exactly what I was thinking about too, is you're the resource. You're the resource for them to steer them where
For
they,
sure.
where they need to go. Okay, anything else about this series that's happening? Now, this is happening here in Leeds and Grenville, right?
Yes, and I make that clear on the poster, because in Lanark we do the series, but it's done with a different facilitator, and we don't want to overlap.
Yes.
So this one here, we're looking at for folks in Leeds Grenville.
Okay, alrighty. Let's move over to this golf tournament that's coming up.
Yes, so this is a golf tournament that's called a Nine and Dine tournament.
I like that.
So you're getting 13 holes of golf for the price of 9.
Okay.
Some goodies in there and a barbecue lunch included.
Uh-huh.
It takes place on the 14th of June.
Okay.
So that's about 10 days from now. So
Coming
we've got
up.
a little bit of urgency here.
Yes.
We do have space available, so people can still get teams involved.
Good.
And the cost is $80 per person.
Mm-hmm. And where is this going to be held?
The Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Oh, I like Cedar Valley Golf. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's nice. So who do they contact to sign up or find out more information?
Right. My coworker Erin Potvin,
Okay.
her email and phone number at the bottom of this poster.
Okay.
But yeah, you can simply connect with her, and she'll give you all the fine details and sign you up.
Or just call the Alzheimer's Society and just say, I'm interested in golf. Who do I talk to?
Yep, and then we'll certainly connect them to Erin.
Yeah, because I'll end up forgetting Erin's name.
Yeah.
So it's much easier just to call in and say, I want to talk about golf.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, good luck with this. And this is a fundraiser for some of your programs?
Yes, it is.
Okay. All righty. Anything else that's happening at the Alzheimer's Society that you want to tell us about?
Well, we certainly have our day program
Yes.
that's ongoing. If you have somebody or a caregiver that's out there that needs that respite during the day, please
Yes.
reach out.
Okay.
We want to see our day programs full. And we want to have people on wait list so we can get them in as soon as possible.
There again, it goes back to saying that, you know, they do not realize that there is a society here in Brockville,
Right.
and for that's covered the Lanark Leeds and Grenville. So
Yeah.
phone in and find out what they have, and just ask for Sean. He'll tell you. He'll direct you. He knows what he's doing. Anything else, Sean?
Oh, I think that's good.
Thank you for coming in and sitting down with me and talking about the First Link Learning Series. I think it's very important. And don't go away. We have much more.